Hello Intuiface partners, this is Sebastian from Intuiface, and today I want to present you this new experience we put together for you, the Intuiface partners, value-added resellers, creative agencies, hardware partners, all those with which we are going to share this experience. So if you go on a trade show, if you go to visit some customers, you can create your own version of this project to present both what Intuiface is and what your company is doing, what your company is providing on this experience. So let's first have a look at this generic version, which is the one you will receive as soon as we share with you. And then in the second step, I will show you how to customize it with your own assets. So let's focus on the partner side here on the right side. Consider this as a solid working base of an experience, like a framework, okay? We went with something simple that should match every kind of partner we have. And obviously, if you want to change that, add sections, remove sections, change the content, it's just an interface experience, right? So it's up to you to modify it as you will. So we start here with a company overview where obviously you will be able to change the logo, the title, the text. Here we added one image. If you're a hardware vendor, could present the range of products you have. We see that in the example afterwards. And we added a document asset, basic PDF file, which could show a couple of things about the company itself. And the Twitter feed on the bottom left corner. If you plan to run offline, obviously this component, you will have to just make it hidden, hide it in Composer, or just delete it so it doesn't appear. Let's then go into the product range. Again, this is product range could be project categories if you're an agency, could be product range if you're a hardware manufacturer. It's really open what you can put in here. Basically, you have 3 categories, so you can switch between the categories using the button there. You can add as many categories as you want. It's a collection here. Each category is defined with a background image that changes when I change the category, a title, a description, and as many images as you want. This is also a collection. And as usual, when you open one of these images, you can open as many as you want and show the activity of your touch panels if you're a touch manufacturer, or the variety of projects you've been creating with Intuiface. If you switch category, it closes the pictures and then you can open some new ones. That's for the product range. Then we thought about success stories, case studies. Again, this is a list, thumbnail, title. Each time you click on a button, it opens a PDF that would contain the details of your case study, one page, multiple pages as you want, and you can have as many studies as you want. It's also a collection. Last one, contact us. Little form that will send an email to a specific email address you will set up. Put your email, your office address, put your email address that you want the users to send information to when they scan the code, and maybe a little quote of your CEO or something that you want to add as a little text here. If you click on the home button, you go back to this home screen. If nothing happens on the kiosk, there is an activity timer that goes back to this home scene, from which you can decide, depending on the visitor, if you want to talk about what you do or what about Intuiface is. I won't go too much into the details on the Intuiface side, but basically it's the one you can already find on the marketplace, which you may have seen on our booth on trade shows, which from this home screen, you can already show a couple of things what can be done on walls, on kiosks, on tablets. So by just clicking on these objects, you can have some nice examples of projects done from Intuiface customers. You can have a look at some features down there, like interact with touch, but more than that, like the beacons, the sensors, the RFID readers, etc. Right? But again, let's focus on the partner side. So now in the next minutes, I'm going to show you this partner side, how it works, and how you're going to modify this content very easily without even using Composer, actually. Everything is located in an Excel file. So all you will have to do is to put your images in the right folders and put the right images names in the right Excel file, Excel cells. Pretty easy. So first thing, when you open this project in Composer, the one we will share with you, the first thing you want to do is do a save as. Okay, so just rename it. I'm going to name this one. I will use Polytouch, who is one of our harder partner in Europe, because that's their content that I'm going to use. Actually, this is the content that helped us creating the very first version of this partner presentation that we are now going to share with all the partners. So thank you, Polytouch, for this content you shared with us and for the first experience we had at the Paris Retail Week last year. So now that I have my new version, I can build everything first thing, and I can always go back to the original model if I want. If we look into our interface assets, you can see that at the top you have some data tracking, you have all the interface Excel files which are used on the interface side. And if you scroll down a little bit, you have the template partners Excel file. So let's just do a right click, edit in Excel, and see what we have in here. So we have a couple of tabs here. I will start from the far left, intro, and you're going to see that the mechanism is the same across all the tabs here in this file. So intro corresponds to the intro scene, where, let me try to put the Excel on the side here and put that here. So on the intro scene, we have the logo, that's the Acme logo here. We have a company color, which is going to be used across the experience from some buttons, feedbacks. And then a couple of images, 3 images, which are used in the slideshow behind the scene. We alternate between some interface images and the partner images. Again, if you want to put your one single video instead of that, just change that in Composer. If you want to stick with the default layout, just put 3 images in there. And it's relative path, so you will see where you would put the images, but it's just next to the Excel file. That's for the intro, pretty basic. Next one would be the company overview. So if we have a look here at our scenes, that's the interface sequence with all the interface 5 scenes, and then we have the partner scenes, overview, product range, success stories, contact us. That's the company overview, which has a main image, that's the big one in here. It has an intro, that's the description. The PDF is the document on the right side, and that's it. Right, so fairly simple. Across the entire partner experience, you will see some general settings, like the social media, the Twitter query. So this is where you put the Twitter query to show your own Twitter feed. And yeah, contact us will be the email address, etc. So let's go back, company overview. That's basically it. If you want to put 3 images, no PDF, just, again, you can adjust that fairly quickly in Composer. The next one will be the product range, where we had these 3 categories. So product range categories, we have, it's a list. So just at the 4th one, you will see a 4th button here in the list. Name of the category, that's the background image. So the one you see right now is the black and white, which is behind this little panel here. Description, and that's it to define the category. And then we are using another tab to associate some images to a category, right? This is how to create a dynamic library based on related to an asset in Excel. So typically here, category 1 is associated to 3 images. Category 2 is associated to 3 images, 3 is associated to 2 images. So that's how you create these lists. Next one will be the success stories. So we have the PDF, which is the one opened when you click on the Discover button. You have the thumbnail, which is the image displayed here, the name of the study, and that's it. Told you, pretty simple, efficient, and easy to customize. The last one will be the Contact Us, where we have basically the address, and so the address would be here, office, company address, that's the text here. The statement is the one at the bottom here. The contact email is the one to which the emails will be sent, and that's the one which will be encoded into this QR code, right? Okay, so now I have been through all these things, how do I replace things? So either you just edit this Excel file directly and you change manually. On my side, I have prepared some content. So let me open back here, template partners, open file location. So that's my current project, the PolyTouch version, which for the moment still has the original generic data. And in here, I have same file, same structure, except I already added the right content, right? So we're going to talk about self-service terminals, about in-store e-commerce, interactive signage, etc. You can see that next to my Excel file, I do have my images here. I like to put things in name folders. We have PDF for the company profile, and we have the PDFs for the case studies and the thumbnails for the case studies. Okay, so basically, getting this, copy, and paste. Okay, just make sure that in here I have the right one. Yeah, that's the PolyTouch one. Okay. Now, if we go back to, oh, look at that, everything has changed. So if I go back to the intro scene and hit play, let's see the difference. So right now you're seeing the one we had at the Paris Retail Week with PolyTouch, where we would present that on a 32 maybe inches landscape kiosk, where PolyTouch could present their range of hardware and we could present the software, all the kind of things you can create with Intuiface. So the range of different kiosks, some history, quick history about Pyramid, and pictures of the executives. Product range, different ambience than the generic one, but this talks about the kiosk. You can see the list here of media that you can open. Switch to the in-store commerce with some different pictures, interactive signage, etc. You get the idea. And now we have the success stories here with everything branded with PolyTouch. You can see here on bottom left corner, that's the PolyTouch Twitter feed as well. And we have these 2 pages PDFs, which are important here. And nothing has changed on the interface side. So that's it, very short video to explain you what this partner experience has been made for, how you can easily reuse it, customize it for your own needs, and then use it on your devices for trade shows, for sales meetings. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any question about the experience, you can contact us at customersuccess@intuiface.com or through the direct email address of your customer success manager.